Hi.
We're back for another episode of Bizarre Buffet.
Yeah. Did any of you move to the village of Fingringhow?
Fingringhow.
That was a really good episode, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, when I do episodes, I try to make them something that is, I don't know, on brand for me.
Course.
For me.
You shake it up.
Yeah.
You shake that tray.
Yeah.
I try to.
And I've said this before, I'll say it again. You're kind of like the John Waters meets Howard Stern.
Thank you.
Of Bizarre Buffet.
I mean, those are my idols. So,
nice.
you know, I appreciate that very much. I try to embody that.
I think I'm like the Oprah.
Yeah. You're more the Oprah.
Yeah.
Would I be like the Ricky Lake? I don't know.
Oh, I feel like you. I feel like you have Ricky Lake. Like you have You're Jenny Jones.
Jenny Jones.
You're a Jenny Jones because I feel like Jenny Jones was like a little more serious, but also like a little more like whimsical.
Insert episode art here.
Yeah, Jenny Jones murder scandal, bitch. That was a fantastic episode.
That
Holy
was a good
shit!
one.
Was it that for like Pride Week?
That was
We
before
did.
Pride Week. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Pride Month.
Pride Week. Shame.
Shame on you.
Shame.
Oh my God,
Everybody
all of
knows
my-
your name.
All of my rainbow memorabilia has been stripped away.
Absolutely.
Pride Week.
Yeah,
Shame on me.
I think we're on a very exciting uptick because, you know, now this is episode 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LOL.
LOL.
We made it past 100. So
We
there
did.
we go.
made it past 100, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, we're like a really, I don't know, great disease that you don't want to get rid of.
Yeah, exactly. We're like that fungus that you can't get rid of.
Yeah, we're like the Lamisil monsters. You remember?
You're gonna need.
We're like herpes.
We're like herpes, but like the kind that you don't want to cure. You enjoy it.
Yeah.
You enjoy our herpes.
You're gonna need penicillin after you listen to us.
Probably.
Yeah.
A heavy dose of it too.
For sure.
Yeah, because we're antibiotic resistant.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we doing tonight, Jen?
All right. So this is me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
It's all
so-
about Miss Wilson.
Yeah.
Yes, hair flip. So I guess I'll just jump right into the question.
Okay.
My question tonight is, if you were buried in a cemetery,
Oh.
what would your tombstone say?
Oh my God. What a fantastic question. I love that so much.
I actually have an answer already.
All right, go for it.
course
Go,
you do.
go,
I'm
go.
not surprised,
Yes.
Okay, so if I had to be buried with a tombstone and all that jazz, I would want my tombstone to obviously have my name and birthday and all that stuff, but I would also want things to be projected onto the tombstone. So I would want it to be
There would be an
all
art
of my.
installation.
I would want it to be every single one of my fashion shows that I've done.
Yeah.
Projected on my tombstone.
But you would want an actual projection just playing over and over on your tombstone?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
But I would also want
Weatherproof.
I would want every single episode of Bizarre Buffet to be projected and audio on the tombstone
And played on repeat?
on repeat. And also, I would want it to have like my best photos, my best thirst traps.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
Pictures of me and Mark. Pictures of me and God. So that way, every time you go, it's almost like this never-ending like
You're inundated.
art installation.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I
so
love
that's what I
that.
would want.
I love that.
Mark?
I would want mine to say something like really offensive and foul. You know, like hated everybody. You ruined his life. You know, I would like I know that, you know, in like text conversations with various friends, like, you know, or like, you know, Jen, Mark included, even though, you know, obviously this is a different scenario, but like I talk about these things regularly, and like when there's a funny kind of anecdotal moment, I'll be like, oh yeah, I would like that on my tombstone.
Yes.
You know.
Mark and I already have like said that whichever one of us goes first, we're planning the other one's funeral.
Oh, exactly. And it's just going to be filled with gags, you know, like Jack in the Box, like, you know, coffin moments where like you hit a button and then you get the bam, you know, like or something really fun and whimsical.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I would want mine to say something like really just, I don't know, awful.
Well, you would have to be next to me.
Absolutely. But mine would just be bleak. That's right. Absolutely.
I mean, I think mine would be very similar to yours in the sense that mine would just simply say something like "go away" or "leave me alone." Because I'm somebody that really values their sleep, and if I get less than 6 hours, I freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
So like, if I am going into eternal sleep,
Leave me
I don't
alone.
want to be bothered.
No,
Don't bother me.
Absolutely
Don't
not.
leave me flowers.
No.
Don't come see me.
No, you're disrupting my slumber.
You're disrupting my slumber.
Hence R.I.P.
Yes.
The P in R.I.P. is not being respected if you're trampling all over my ceiling.
Absolutely not.
Maybe we'll bury you with an alarm clock that just goes off for eternity.
It goes, oh
No,
my
no,
God.
no.
That is evil.
Yeah.
That's awful.
That is so. It would be the iPhone one. Insert iPhone alarm clock here. There we go.
All right,
yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
So, tonight we actually are going to a cemetery.
Oh.
And like, as we all know, cemeteries are generally bleak, they're dull, they're morbid. And when someone dies, their memory usually enters like this kind of idolized state in the minds of those who love them. So like, their flaws are forgotten. And often, like, the way in which one passed goes unspoken.
Yeah.
And like, usually only sweet stories about the dead are told, and tombstones normally read something like "rest in peace" or "beloved wife" or "beloved husband," you know?
Imagine if it was like cheating wife,
Yeah.
dickhead
Well,
husband.
Yeah, fucking asshole. Ruined my life.
Well, not this cemetery that we're going to.
Oh.
I hope it's in New Jersey.
It's
Oh,
actually
God.
not.
Oh, fuck.
It's actually in Sapanta, Romania. It is called the Symmetrial Vessel or the Mary Cemetery. And it's home to over 800 wooden crosses that bear life stories,
Oh.
dirty details,
Nice.
and final moments of the dead.
Oh,
Now,
shit.
these wood crosses are displayed with bright, cheery pictures and are written limericks of the stories of those who have died in the town of Sapanta.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And like, some of these images actually are soldiers being beheaded. There's an individual being run over by a truck.
Oh.
That's awesome.
That is badass.
So you might be asking, who in their right mind would do something like this?
Yeah,
Okay.
people like us. Yeah.
Stan Ioan Patras, he was born in the town of Sapanta in 1908. So at the age of 14, he began carving crosses for the local cemetery. It wasn't until 1935 that he began carving clever or ironic poems.
Okay.
And it was done in a rough local dialect, and it was about the deceased. He would be painting the crosses with the deceased's image and often included the way in which the individual died in the image.
Nice. Well, there's always that curiosity, right? Like, whenever you find out someone died, you're like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
Right?
But that is such a popular
Yeah.
question. I mean, I know Jen and I have talked about that many times, where it's kind of like here in America, it's kind of in poor taste to ask, but everybody is always curious.
How did they die? How
Yeah.
did they die? Did they die of COVID?
Yeah.
Was it this? What did they die
Yeah.
of?
Were
Like,
they hit by that train that derailed a few weeks ago?
Can I just...
or my favorite is, what happened?
What
wait,
happened?
I have to share this story because it's so perfect
Yeah,
for
go
this.
ahead.
And it's just going to take like 30 seconds.
That's fine.
Do it.
I'm not mentioning names and I'm not going to mention brands or anything like that.
Yeah.
But in my industry, I'm familiar with people that have similar titles and positions that I have and everything. This woman that I knew, she passed away. She died of a heart attack, and all of her coworkers blame her boss for it because her boss is known for being like horrendous and was clearly stressing this person out to the point that after she was working with this person one day, when she got home, she passed away of a heart attack.
Oh.
And all of the employees have said to this boss that they are responsible for the death of this coworker.
Wow.
Yeah. Could you
And
imagine?
I'm like, you know what? I'm glad that these individuals have spoken up and said something like that. Because I'm like,
I mean,
you gotta
yeah.
call it as is. So this person should most definitely have a tombstone, right?
Oh yeah, like from this cemetery.
cemetery.
Absolutely.
So this artist, Stan Ioan Patras, he started to develop a very like careful symbolism for his work. So he would add different colors in. So like for example, green represented life, yellow fertility, red for passion, black for death. And then the colors were always set against a deep blue on the cross, which he believed represented hope, freedom, and the sky. Some other symbols that you might see if you visit this cemetery are white doves for the soul, a blackbird to represent a tragic or suspicious death, and also like he had a very dark sense of humor. So
I love it. Clearly. Yeah, he's amazing.
he single-handedly carved, wrote poems, and painted well over 800 of these folk art masterpieces over a period of 40 years.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
Nice.
I want his job.
And it wasn't until the near end of his life in the early 1970s that the Merry Cemetery, as the town has dubbed it, was actually discovered by the outside world when a French journalist wound up publicizing it.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, it's considered one of the great wonders of Romania. So, like, if you were to go to Romania, like, this is a place that you have to visit when you're there.
Like if you're a tourist, they'd be
Yes.
like, you got to see this cemetery.
Correct.
Holy shit. I would want to fucking see it. Are you kidding me?
Stan Ioan Patras died in 1977, and he carved his own cross and left his house and work to his most talented apprentice, Dumitru Pop. And since then, Pop has since spent the last 3 decades continuing his work, carving the cemetery's crosses, and has actually turned Stan's house into a Merry Cemetery's workshop museum.
Whoa. Bizarre Buffet road trip, bitch.
Yeah.
Or sky trip.
Kind of to end this, I found a couple of limericks that I enjoyed from some of these.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if
I
there was any good
have
ones.
a couple.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I have a couple. So the first one reads, and this is one of the most famous ones. So like this is one that like any website, any like tourist book, this one will always be in it. Okay. Underneath this heavy cross lies my poor mother-in-law. 3 more days she would have lived. I would die and she would read this cross. You who are here passing by, not to wake her up, please try. For if she comes back home, she'll criticize me even more. But I will behave so well that she won't return from hell. Stay here, my dear mother-in-law.
She's.
Oh, I love this man.
I mean, how cathartic must that be?
Wow.
That must be very cathartic.
Really. People automatically, forget just
People always want to
everything.
forget the bad things.
Yeah.
Just always remember the good. And like that's the thing. It's like when somebody passes, right? It's like you're always told, well, remember the good times.
Yeah.
Their memory lives on,
But why not remember the bad things
But what if
too?
they weren't a really nice person?
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
hold the dead accountable.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next one is about a truck driver. This is a more modern one. I used to work to be wealthy, and I had to leave everything behind. I wish people would stop and read this on my cross. It reads, here's what happened. A truck rolled over and the dirt smothered me. I died in Barcelona in 2002 when I was 42 years old.
Oh my God. It's so good.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, the next one is the tomb of one of the local butchers, and he's actually pictured chopping a lamb with a cleaver, and he has a pipe in his mouth.
Nice.
Okay, so this is what it reads. As I lived in this world, I skinned many sheep. Good meat I prepared so you can eat freely. I offer you good fat meat and to have a good appetite. Ioan Toduru loved horses, but he says from beyond the grave, one more thing I loved very much, to sit at the table in a bar next to someone else's wife.
Pervert.
I love
Right?
it.
I like
oh
it.
my God.
I think the thing that I love is like how honest these are.
Oh, yeah, because it's To me, it's very, it's realism. You know, it's not sugarcoating. It's like, it's just being like, this is what it is.
And I bet you, like, if you are fluent in Romanian, like these...
It's probably even funnier.
Oh, it probably reads like...
Yeah. And it's
So,
funny as
yeah.
it is. So I'm like, oh shit.
So, even tragic stories are beautiful remembered. And there's a famous tomb, this is the last one I'm going to leave us with, of a 3-year-old girl who was killed in an auto accident. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn in hell, you bloody taxi that came from Sibiu. Of all the places in this country, you had to stop right here. By my house, you hit me so, and sent me to my death below, and left my parents full of woe.
Oh shit. That is dark and amazing.
Isn't it?
Oh my god.
I like kind of want to go to Romania now just to go to this cemetery.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's a Dracula theme park out there. Like, I think those are the
Oh
two
my
things
God.
I would want to
Oh
do
my
is go
God.
to the Dracula theme park
Well, and you
Oh my
know,
God.
and go to the Mary Cemetery.
I want to wear a cape.
yeah, and I haven't
and I
done
want
it.
fangs in my mouth.
Yeah. I want
Yes,
cape.
and I haven't done a 23andMe, but I've been told my entire life that part of my heritage is Romanian.
Okay.
Yeah, so
think so.
Yeah, I think so too. So maybe, maybe we can get a thing to live there, and we can all move there.
We can all move there. And
Yeah.
then we, too, when we die, can go to the Mary Cemetery.
I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds like a place that I would want to be buried. I'm not going to lie. The
But
Mary
like,
Cemetery.
if you look at pictures of the cemetery, it's like it's very cheerful. Like it's a very cheerful.
Well, it sounds like a cemetery with a sense of humor.
It is. It really is, and I
Yeah.
feel like more cemeteries need to be like this.
They do, absolutely. But that was an amazing story, Jen. I love it.
Good. I'm
I
glad
do,
you guys
and now I
enjoyed
want
that.
to be
It's fun.
buried
The
there.
Mary Cemetery.
Right? It's
Yeah.
like I've always like, I don't know if I'd want to be buried in a cemetery, but then like after coming across this one, I'm like, you know what? It might not be that bad.
No, and you know something? I have in my day job a hair client who has a second home in Romania. That's where she's from. I'm going to ask her about
her.
it next time I see her, and we'll update you on the podcast.
Please do, because
Yeah.
I'm now curious.
Yeah, I will update you. I will ask her the next time I see her. And I mean, find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on
You
patreon.com.
can watch us on YouTube.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
For those of you who aren't listening to the audio, you're watching us right now. So, hi.
Yep.
How are you?
If you
You like my new boob job?
If you listen to us,
Yeah.
you can watch us on YouTube. If you watch us
Yeah,
on
please
YouTube, you
subscribe.
can listen on any podcast
Sure
platform.
can.
Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio.
And follow us on Instagram. We're very
Interactive.
interactive.
We are.
On the gram.
Yeah, we're trying to pick it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We are.
we've kind of been slacking.
Yeah,
so, you know.
yeah, exactly. Lots of crazy things.
We have
yeah.
a lot of followers, and it's like guys showing off their bulges. Mm-hmm. So
We do.
You
Hey,
guys like
fellas.
that.
Thank
Lots
You
of
guys
lots
like
lots
that.
of pecker shots.
lots of peckers.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're following and subscribing.
Yeah, hopefully you're listening to this and touching
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I mean, I guess with that being said, my name is Margot Hemingway.
I am the man who was run over by a truck in Barcelona.
And I am Count Dracula and Nosferatu and all the vampires that live in the castle in Transylvania.
I
in
love it.
Romania.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I want to suck your blood.